Welcome down to the Malted Man Cave. I'm Keith.
And I'm Dave.
Tonight, I have orange hair, and we're going back to Deanston.
All right.
All right. Just say no to sunning when you're 36 years old. Just say no.
He's
to
going
sunning.
through a little bit of a crisis.
Dude.
No, dude.
Lindsay was like, dude, because, all right, so I had blonde hair until about 8th grade. It was like almost white.
Yeah.
It was pretty blonde.
Yeah.
And even in high school and college, like in the summer times, it would bleach out blonde. Yeah. So I'd put sun in, like, and it'd go like white. But when you're 36 and your hair's gotten darker, it goes orange.
Dude, I know the feeling, man. I think I found a 15-year-old bottle like 5 years ago at my mom's house, and I was like, oh, this is a good idea. No, not a good idea at all.
So I may be knocking on Hallie's. His wife is a very high-end hairdresser.
Oh, yes, the fancy.
I may be calling her up for a little fix. So tonight we're going to be doing Deanston 10-year-old Bordeaux red wine finish. So this is actually a travel exclusive. So I don't know, we might not get a ton of traffic with this video, but we have it. We wanted to review it, and there might not. I don't think there's any other reviews out there.
Perfect one to do when your
there might
hair
be
is
some
orange.
people. Yeah, there might be some people looking for a review, and no one's really done this.
It's like a little Easter egg one. If you like it, you get to see Keith in this moment, this rare glimpse in time.
I mean, you just got to bring your stash back. I'll have the orange hair. We'll just be a motley crew.
Dude, I'll do the stash orange.
Weird thing, you look good with the beard. The
stash makes me look a little bit like
a cowboy western. Slash child molester.
I was thinking like a cowboy that's a little bit weird.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. All right, so this is actually matured, I believe, in bourbon for the majority of the time, and then for a year or two, we'll put the specific information right there, but probably bourbon for 8 years or so, and then the Bordeaux for red wine for 1 year or 2 year, maybe 6 months. Deanston obviously is one of my favorite distilleries. It's kind of got that Klein Leash waxiness to it. I don't know if this one has the waxiness as much in there, but it has something similar to that. And there's also this like malted milk balls and honey Teddy Graham crackers, like with every Deanston expression that I've had. It's fantastic whiskey.
I'll take a ride with that. We've been eating a lot of s'mores.
Oh yeah, me too.
Tis the season.
We had a bonfire the other day.
Yeah.
So anything else? So Deanston is on the River Teeth. They're actually known for they actually have a hydro.
Oh, nice.
A hydroelectric generating thing, or whatever. Yeah, and so they actually sell energy back to the grid. They're giving back. Dude, anything else I want to say about this? Deanston. Nope. So without further ado,
let's get into it.
Let's get some whiskey.
I went fishing earlier today. Did not catch any fish. Nothing biting. Well, no. Everything biting. I had 3 bites.
You just couldn't pull them in? They
just
bit and they wouldn't latch on?
They didn't get the whole thing. They didn't swallow the whole thing. They were just messing around with it. And
So, you don't want any more? You can finish it. Oh.
For the fishies that were left in the river.
All right, so Bordeaux red wine is actually a type of wine
that you enjoy?
Maturation that I enjoy. Burgundy, I think, is my favorite kind of red wine, but Bordeaux is pretty close. You kind of get a lot of the...
You and Hallie should just get together and just drink your Bordeaux's and your red wines.
Is that her favorite?
She does. You know what? During the summer, it changes to white. I think that's normal, though.
No, I think I sent a sample of this along to Hallie.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Did she like it, or it wasn't her favorite?
She did. She, I think her favorite was the, what was that? The 20...
She liked the Glendronach 18.
The 18-year-old.
Allardyce, that was actually a 24-year because it's the 2018.
Right, that's what it was. The 24.
She loved that one.
Yeah.
She's got fancy taste.
She's got fancy taste.
So it's kind of got a nice little kind of orangey, reddish hue to it from the Bordeaux red wine. Comes in, obviously it's natural color, non-chill filtered, and it comes in at 46.3% ABV. All right, what do you got on the schnoz, buddy?
Dude, right on the schnoz. I told him earlier, right when he poured it, reminds me of like a really crisp green apple, slicing into it.
Red apple or green apple? It's kind of both.
I know.
I think it's both. I think
I was just trying
like
to decide.
it's red apple, but then also green apple.
But it's got the tartness, but then it's also got it's definitely sweet as well from the bourbon.
Yeah.
Man.
We're going into this blind, not blind. We're going like
we're kind of getting it as we're going.
We don't have any notes. Dave didn't get a chance to smell and taste this off camera, so this is like his first time.
So going with the graham cracker, I can get along with some sort of Grammy.
It's not as much as some of the other expressions, but there's a hint there.
There's something there, some sort of cracker or cookie.
Honey is maybe the honey Teddy graham cracker is there.
Yeah, you're right.
If it's there in the glass for a while, and
it is like a cinnamon, like one of the it is like a Teddy graham because it's got like a little bit of cinnamon to it. It does have a little red fruit to it. From the red,
maybe like cranberry. No, strawberries. Strawberries.
It reminds me of like a strawberry pie. A strawberry pie with like a homemade crust. Like it's not graham cracker, but it's like a real buttery crust.
It's like strawberries, raspberries, and cream. Berries and cream. Berries and cream. Raspberries and cream. I'm a little boy who likes berries and cream.
Berries and cream. I send that gift to Hallie.
What is that from?
It's Skittles commercial.
Okay.
Yeah, berries and cream Skittles. Ooh.
So initially, when I first pour this, it kind of has this like Dalmore-ish smell to it, which is not good. Like,
yeah, you're right.
Dalmore 12, it's like this like Splenda substitute, like cheap, like Oloroso cask /
so
lots of E150A. But then, if you leave it there, then it kind of melts away, and then all of a sudden it gets good.
Have you ever had strawberry pie with like the strawberry jello mixed in with it? It reminds me of like that kind of artificialness.
That artificial
just
strawberry,
briefly, but then the
when you do strawberry shortcake, you get that little gelatin that you put in.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it smells like. So again, like the honey just honey by itself, then the Teddy graham crackers.
Yeah.
I don't get the malted milk balls as much on this. I wish I did. It's one of my favorite things.
I get the malt though.
The malt, I know it's there. I just got a whiff of the malted milk balls. The chocolate is not as much, but after the malt inside of the malted milk ball.
It's like a creaminess to it.
Yeah, the creamy.
The melt in your mouth.
Strawberry, raspberries.
Give me the nugget.
Green apple and then red apple.
It's like, which one do you choose? What is your favorite apple? You got one?
Honey Crisp or is it Fuji?
I like the ones that I don't like tart ones and like the ones that like hurt you like trying to bite into the flesh.
Sometimes I'm like kind of what's the sour?
Give me a nice soft apple every time. Nice Gala or whatever whatever.
Ones that are like almost like white.
It's like yes. Yeah. And it's like probably no nutritional.
I'm an equal opportunity employer when it comes to apples. So like sometimes I'll take like the hardcore green, just super sour. But then other times I'm like, Honey Crisp. Sometimes I go with the Gala or whatever you're talking about, where it's like white and it like falls off basically.
Yeah.
So green apples and red apples. I see your eyebrows over there.
I'm talking my love language.
All right, what about the palate?
All right, let's get into it. I should have been doing it instead of thinking I have soft apples. Oh man. All right. So there's a little bit of reminds me of graham crackers mixed in with like a Teddy graham soup with some malt milk, like a malted milky kind of.
Some cherries now I'm getting.
You're getting some cherries now. I was gonna say strawberries again.
The strawberries there too. I'm just also noticing on top of that cherries.
I think it's like that tartness is what is getting that cranberry cherry for me too. You said cranberries earlier. It definitely leaves you with a cranberry feeling. I'll put it that way. Well,
the tartness.
mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all those red fruits, like red apples.
It almost puckers.
Strawberries,
Yeah.
gelatin from like a strawberry shortcake. Then you get raspberries and cream. Then you get Teddy Graham crackers. Then you get a little bit of cherries. Like if you're at like a cherry cheesecake, and you kind of get that like the Teddy Graham cracker crust.
Yep. I'm there with you. All of it.
Anything else you pick out?
It's got to be the bourbon influence that gives it that dessert like quality.
It's the Bordeaux red wine. Now the Teddy Graham crackers, the honey.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe
now we're talking
the green apple, the red apple. Well, the red apple is probably more the Bordeaux red wine.
So there's also kind of a. I was telling him, or I was just saying that cranberry, it's all that Bordeaux red wine kind of dryness to it as well.
They're just kind of drying at the end.
It's a really nice palate, I think. Very, and there's a little bit of peppery to it, I think.
There's a little spicy, like cinnamony.
Something that's
nutmeg / ginger, like ginger root. Something about like in Macallan, I get a lot of cinnamon and ginger root, just ginger. There's a lot of ginger in there. It almost like makes me think that it's gonna be a Macallan for a second because of that ginger.
It reminds me of a cherry ginger ale or a cherry, and almost that artificialness to it, just a little bit.
Yep, the artificial goes away with a lot of times. So
yeah.
If you just get right into this and open the bottle. There are some like, but then it kind of melts away, and then there's like more rich, quality, good notes once you get into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Finish. Long, short, medium. Any notes stick out at you?
Definitely the physical presence of it is nice. It has a little bit of that waxiness, that waxy note. I feel like a little coating to it. I think that's the cinnamon and the kind of reminds me on the finish. It reminds me of like waffle batter or something.
Yeah.
Something a little bready, but
strawberry shortcake.
There you go.
Shortcake.
There you go. Yeah. So and then the sweetness, all those red fruits are there, and the definitely like a cranberry tartness to it. How about you?
The only real negative for me is that the beginning, when it kind of like takes a while to settle down, it almost smells like Downmore, E150, but then it settles down. The only other real negative is it is a little thin. It's only 46.3, which is good compared to most single malts. It is a little thin, but yet I would say the finish stays for a little bit. I guess it's a medium finish.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of like the, strawberry shortcake, strawberry gelatin, ginger and cinnamon, almost like Red Hots, and then a little bit of like the bready, like Teddy Graham crackers / the actual shortcake part.
Yeah.
What is that made out of? A lot of
usually just shortbread. Yeah. So butter.
Yeah, that's a butter.
Yeah, lots of shortening.
Vanilla.
Mama
Little
loves
pepper,
shortening, shortening,
I
shortening.
almost like a little peppery.
Peppery? Yeah. I definitely got a peppery note on it. Yeah, I think I led with that. It's like that cinnamon peppery feeling to it.
All right, Multiman Cave Mark, what are you going to give this?
Definitely enjoyed it. I don't know. I don't think I'd get a bottle for myself. Not my favorite thing that Deanston has produced. I loved the Oloroso. I was just telling Keith that I wanted to look up what we had done last, Deanston wise.
That you like the Oloroso.
Well, I think I rated it like an 89 or something, or an 88. I forget. This is not quite there. This is an 84 in my books. So
I actually like this a little bit more than you. For me, it's an 86 to 87.
Okay.
Which is a pretty good score for a 10-year-old. My buddy Jake picked this up in
Jake,
Europe.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I paid for it. He just picked it up and I paid for it. So it's my whiskey.
Oh, okay.
He was just nice and I picked
He was
it up
the
for
courier.
him. Yeah, he was the mule.
The mule.
Probably. He had to quarantine too, so I waited 2 weeks before I got it from him because I was right when he almost didn't think he was going to be able to come back because when we put the actually it was kind of concerning how little of attention was paid to him once he got back.
Oh yeah, they were just like, oh,
Like, he
you're
was like,
here.
no one like checked me. And I was like, what? Like, it was like right after like the lock, like we stopped letting people come from Europe. So I'm like, no one like checked you, really?
I just got off a red eye from Wuhan.
Just got back from Italy. Where was that city where it got really bad?
I was collecting mosquitoes in the region when they all flew into my mouth.
So for me, it's an 86.5. I'm going to stick with the points.
It. So,
86.5.
Oh, 84.5. 84.5. 0.5 for Deanston.
I think it's a good whiskey. I'd pick it up again. It's not like blowing me away, but it's a good whiskey. For a 10-year-old. And it wasn't super expensive either.
Yeah.
Decent ABV, 46.3. So Malted Man Cave approved for me, not Dave's favorite.
It's still approved. 84.5 is a great score.
Question of the night.
Got me through a couple years of college.
Three-parter here. One, do you think this, so what is today's date? The 19th? July 19th? Yeah. So is it the 31st? Is that when the NBA starts?
31st, counting down the days.
Question is, three-parter. Do you think this whole bubble thing is going to work?
Mm-hmm.
Number two, who do you think is going to win?
Yep.
I saw, how some of the things shook down and people that aren't coming. Yep. Number three, if you were LeBron James and the teammates, would you be very, very disappointed with Avery Bradley? And do you agree?
Okay. So, number one.
Can we both say at the beginning?
Bubble.
Family first, though.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Family's most important, but we're going to get into whether we
agree with how things have been handled and whatever. Yeah.
What we would do in issues.
Yeah.
So.
Totally. So, for me, bubble testing probably will work. The NBA is a pretty well-oiled machine. I think they're going to be able to. They probably will not.
But there's some people they were getting it before they went into the bubble, though.
So they're not going to be able to keep people from getting it. But what they're going to be able to, through very active testing, is they're going to be able to. Those that do get it early on, they're going to be able to quarantine them, and then.
So are they already did they already start the bubble so that even if someone gets it, they have 2 or 3 weeks to not have it?
I would imagine that's how they'll do it.
Because that's why I hope they did that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
Could you imagine if they did the bubble?
I just think
LeBron James got it and he couldn't play in the playoffs. Could you imagine?
I just think that is open for. They should be ready for that to happen because any system is going to fail eventually. So will it work? I think they're going to make it work because the money is going to be.
They're gonna make it work.
The money's gonna make it work.
They're gonna make it work.
Yeah, whether or not you and I start.
It's gonna be the best ratings
up,
ever because everyone's so starved for sports.
You and I start suiting up for the Cavs, running some sweet pick and rolls.
All right.
So
who do you think is gonna win?
Well, how about you?
All right. So
bubble.
So I think, I think they could have
kind of the same thing.
Something happen where oh crap, some big stars get it, and then this is gonna be like. Are we still going to play this? Right. Kawhi Leonard and LeBron's not playing, but hopefully they're doing what we said. Like they're actually doing it. They're going to the bubble way before, so even if they get it, they can heal, recover from it, test, and then they're negative, and then they can go back in. So I think so. And like you said, they're going to make sure it works. Yeah. It's going to be really awkward though with no fans.
I know.
They better pump the crowd.
The UFC was sweet with empty arena.
What was?
The UFC fights.
It was sweet.
Like Gagey
Is it a bug
Ferguson. No, because
it's not going to be the same though.
You're right. You're right there. But you could watch the fight a little bit more. They weren't showing you the crowd.
I'm glad they're doing it. I'm not.
I agree.
Beggars can't.
There's some silver linings to it. I'll put it that way.
Two.
Who do I think is going to win? How about that? So I think the best chance to win right now. I think the Lakers are fantastic. It's hard to bet against LeBron James going to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
my money's on the Clippers.
The San Antonio's. No, I'm just kidding.
Did they even make the playoffs?
My money is on the. I think. You know what? I'm going to do a wild card. I'm going to pull it out. Yep. I'm going to say the Bucks. I just looked at the East standings and I saw the Bucks. The Bucks are always at the top. They're always there.
I'm just going to assume that they're going to do what happened last time.
Right?
They're going to fall apart.
You know what?
in the
But
playoffs.
this year, I think maybe they put it together.
Dude, if he ever gets an outside shot, he's going to become the greatest player of all time. If he gets a legitimate outside shot, he will become the greatest ever. He's that good. He literally just takes one step from the 3-point line and dunks it.
He's what, like 24?
Yeah. If he gets a 3-point shot reliable, he will become the greatest player of all time.
How would you guard him? Because you have to, yeah. And then it's 2 steps dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we got to guard the 3, 2 steps dunk.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Shot fake, 1 step dunk.
Yeah.
So, the Bucks, huh? So, I want the Lakers to win.
Yeah, you think Clippers?
I've always, we're diehard LeBron
Clippers
fans.
are going to be tough.
With Avery, if Avery Bradley was there,
Yeah.
I thought it was about 50-50. Maybe even go Lakers.
They can make some moves though, right?
They got J.R. Smith, which if he doesn't have a Hennessy moment again and forget the
They
score.
still have a trade opening,
we'll
right?
See. We'll see.
Okay.
But I think losing Avery Bradley is a big deal.
You know who they should get? They should get Kyle Lowry to run point. And he can guard well team defense.
Next year?
They should trade for him.
Is he? He's not he's hit and miss with threes. They need someone to be able to knock down threes. He's a good player.
Like Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, I do too. That big old booty.
All hurt. Yeah, one big booty to another.
Dude, you're losing your big booty and
rest in peace.
Losing all your weight. All right, so I think the Clippers, but I'm hoping that the Lakers do it. Yeah. I mean, it's 50-50. It could go either way, but I'm thinking the Lakers will do it, but I think the Clippers, if I was putting money on the table, I would bet Clippers. Number 3.
Yes, number 3.
Would you be pretty upset? Do you agree with his choice? Do you understand his logic?
Yeah.
And would you be upset with him if you were a Lakers teammate?
So, yeah, of course.
Should we set the stage?
Let's think about it. We've been on teams. Think about it. If it was one of your players before the most important games of your life or whatever, man, it would be tough. I would be upset initially, but it would be tough to argue with somebody that's like, hey, I've got a kid that's susceptible. I just don't feel like it's worth it. I'm sorry, guys. Like, my heart's with you, but family over everything. It does suck the way that the NBA is set up, where just as far as trading and how small a team is and how effective it is by just one person leaving. Mm-hmm. You take a football team and there's multiple stars on each part of it. So it sucks for the team that it's such a big part of it. Mm-hmm. He's not very good at defense. He's really good at defense. So they need to find somebody that is going to be able to match that.
Yeah, he's kind of that 3-and-D.
Yeah. And he can't guard Kyrie is what I was going to say, though.
The game that...
Good at defense, can't guard Kyrie.
The game that the Lakers beat the Clippers, he went off. Remember, he had 7 or 8 threes and played great defense. So this is what I'll say. Family is always first. And it's his decision. It's his life. I would say, though, if I was LeBron, I'd be pretty upset. And this is why. Because I don't understand... So his son has a respiratory, so he's really susceptible. So I get that, but I don't understand. And I want to see my children every day. But when it's something like this, it's a huge playoffs, and he's going to lose a lot of money for his family.
Yeah, you just
Why can't he go play and then just quarantine and just not go see his son for a couple of weeks and get multiple COVID-19 tests and just make sure you don't have it?
I'm with you on that, man.
Why can't
I would do it differently as well.
I don't understand that.
I wouldn't. It's hard for me to stop. I couldn't stop that train rolling as far as me
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's all right, if there's a chance I get that and I'm gonna give it to my son, never. My son comes way over that. But what I don't understand is even if you get it or there's you can quarantine to just don't go see it until you don't have it anymore. I don't get it.
So what we're trying to say is we can run the point. Together, one contract, 2 people.
We'll take just 10,000, 500,000.
Yeah. Right. He'll take 10,000. Me 500,000.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yes.
Please subscribe, hit the notifications bell. Remember, Scotch is king.
But the bourbon part of this is the best.